There's thousands of producers that claim to make full-time income selling type beats online, but how much are they really making? Today, I'm gonna just take you through a day of my life. I'm gonna show you exactly how much money I make. This is something I never thought I would do because I don't like to get into the numbers and stuff like that, but I'll show you guys. Then we'll also go over what a good day looks like versus a bad day because it does vary a lot. Today ended up being a very, very good day. I'm recording this in the future. And then overall, I just throw in a bunch of gems in there as well. So you definitely don't want to miss this video. I think it's very insightful to see what your life can be and what the reality of selling beats online is. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, it's a new week. It's Tuesday and a couple big things already. I'll show you last night. We didn't just make one sale or two sales. We made a triple overnight. So already starting off with a nice payday. It's Tuesday. I didn't record yesterday just because there was a lot going on, but I fucking locked in yesterday. You know, if you've seen the last few videos, I've been talking about making every single day count. 2025's the best chance to make it. I have all these big plans for the year, all that shit, and that just motivated me to lock in. So yesterday, I didn't record because I wasn't like at the desk or anything, but I got up right away and I just started some ideas. This is a good tip for any of you guys making beats. Sometimes I won't like sit there and just make full beats. I'll just sit there and make ideas. And I got 7 ideas done, so I might be able to just lock in and finish the entire weeks of beats today if the ideas were good. I think some of them were pretty good. Some of them I honestly just made full beats. I just have to like mix them, finish the arrangement, make sure they're good, and export. But I just fucking locked in yesterday. It only took like 4 hours to do 7 beats, so that's pretty good. I feel like I've had a lot of positive momentum due to just the sales, the views being up again, stuff like that. It just is motivating me to work hard. So like I said in the last one, it's all about momentum. We're starting off the week very, very strong. Yeah, I just wanted to give you some motivation for this week. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't talk about the sales I get. That's why I don't say every sale, because there's 2 types of people. There's the people who are going to watch me do that, and they're going to get mad, and they're going to leave their hate comment below. And then there's people who are going to feel motivated by it. And I say these things because I hope you're the person who would be motivated by it. If you are the person who gets mad and thinks I'm just trying to flex and all that, then you might want to change your mindset on this stuff. Because I say this, I show my successes to show that it's possible for everybody. I'll be honest, I'm not that good at making beats. Like, I'm pretty good now, but I still have so much work to do. There's so many producers that are way better than me that have less results than me. It's more about the actual work that I put in rather than the talent. Obviously, you need to make good beats, and I make good beats, but there's people that are better than me. There's even people that work harder than me. Like, I'm really not special. I do this all in my bedroom. The bed's right there, and I made it happen. So you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a studio. You don't need to be some like super like talented guy that knows music theory and all the ins and outs and shit. You can literally just be some fucking guy in their bedroom doing this shit. Here's another thing I've been thinking of, and it's the fact that you're probably only 5% as productive as you can be. If you're watching this right now, you can probably be 20 times more productive than you are right now, which is crazy to say. I'm trying to think back to like when I first started, I wasn't into like a good routine, and it's like nowadays I can get more in one day than I used to get done in the entire week. And I was thinking about this because I really am trying to get into the short form content game, but it's like I keep slacking. You know, I recorded a few of them, edited them, but I never really posted them. Then I never recorded more. And I've also been trying to get some of my artists to do the short form game as well. And I was really thinking about it, and it's like if you just woke up early one day and spent like 4 hours of like deep focused work with no distractions, you could probably get an entire week's or maybe even more done for like short form content. You can get at least 7 shorts done. They don't take that long to make. They don't take that long to edit. If you just sat there for 4 hours undistracted once per week, then you could probably make like 7 to maybe even up to 14 shorts depending on how productive you are. But think about that. All it requires is to wake up early one day a week and just lock in, and then you're good on content for the entire week or two. So yeah, that's something that I need to lock in on as well. Maybe that'll inspire the artists that I want to hop on the short form game. I think it's a great way of marketing that I haven't tapped into. I think other people should tap into. And TikTok's not banned. We're back. We were banned for like half a day, but we're back. So that marketing is still there. We don't have to rely on other shit now. In a way, I was actually kind of hoping it got banned because I wanted to see like how that would affect the game. Maybe more people would move over to Instagram, which would actually be good for me. But I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, we're just gonna run through a bunch of these ideas I made, which like, look at this. It's a full beat pretty much. I just have to mix it. And we're just gonna like get these 7 beats done. Hopefully get them on YouTube as well. That would be great for just one day, one morning. It's not even 8 a.m. yet, so honestly, if I just lock in now for like the next 2 hours, I can have all 7 beats exported, because most of them are like already arranged, all the patterns are made, stuff like that. Some of them I don't have like an arrangement, or like a pattern is not done, but for the most part, like I have almost 7 complete beats. And obviously I gotta make sure they're all good, because I think there was one of them that I wasn't really feeling, and I'll probably go back and I'll have to like change that or make a new beat. But I can get like the week's beats done today, which would be awesome. So yeah, so what we got so far.
Cypher.
This one definitely needs some work though. Honestly, best mixing advice is just get the levels straight. If you have good quality sounds, the mix doesn't matter that much. Let's do an 808 switch for the second half. Change up the pattern. Let's do it right here. I don't even remember this beat, to be honest. Damn, okay, I think we got one. This is pretty hard. It's like the perfect mix of, there's a lot of different sounds and elements, and like some of the patterns are crazy, like the 808's got like rolls and shit, but the melody's also very simple. Like at one point it's literally just like the one like note, like that kind of siren sound, 1 or 2 notes. So wait, I didn't even know there was halftime on this. It kind of sounds better without it. That might be something to experiment with. Like I was really struggling. I was literally crashing out yesterday because I was sitting there for like an hour trying to come up with a fucking good dark loop, and I literally just could not. But I guess the vision was there when I was making it. I just had to lock in today to put it all together. Yeah, now I can export this loop as well. What y'all know about Fruity Dance? Alright, got a couple hours in, showed you some of the beats as well, and now we're just gonna take a break, chef it up a little bit, then I'll probably finish those up. Then I'm just gonna show you like what else I do in a day-to-day life, because a lot of people ask like, what is there other than type beat? Do type beat producers, that really all they do with their life? They wake up, they make their type beat? Like, it doesn't sound like a lot. And yeah, it does. It definitely goes deeper than just making the beat every single day. So that's some of the stuff that I'll get into. On top of just making the beats, there's doing all the content stuff. There's checking the analytics. There's dealing with your customers, stuff like that. So I've been talking to this one guy on and off about an exclusive. So we're going to check in with him. There's a couple other people I want to check in with. And honestly, I do just make it a habit to check in with the people who use my beats. So like, I obviously have my email stuff, which you'll see a little bit of. And then I just reach out to them on Instagram as well. But if you do want me to be honest, in terms of just the Type Beat channel, it is really a matter of just post your beats every single day, check the analytics and all that, reach out to people. And that's why I'm doing all this stuff as well, because like, there's so much more to producing. There's so much more in this space. So that's why I'm trying to do this stuff as well. So I usually have some type of wisdom to give, but just I want to show you what I do. So yes, I make the week's worth of beats in like 2 days. That's because I'm at the skill level to where I'm able to do that now. I did have a point in time, my old routine, what I used to do is I would just wake up and do one every single day. But what I've noticed is like, if I can batch do them, it does go a bit quicker. So that's why I've been doing it like this. It works very well. But that's only because I have the experience to where I can make this many quality beats in a row. When I first started, it might take me 2-3 days just to make one good beat. Now I'm at the point now where it's like I could bang out like 3 from scratch beats that are really quality all at once in one session. So in about 2 days, I can do 7 beats. But what I want to say is I think people care about the quantity too much when it comes to type beats. And now you might be confused because I always talk about how I think you should post daily. That's the best way. That's what I've always preached. But if you're sacrificing quality, then I don't think it's worth it. Now, it doesn't take that long to make a quality beat. So I'll cook up sometimes, and let's say I make 7 beats, but I don't like 2 of them. I'll go back and I'll make 2 new beats, so then I have 7 quality beats. I will never settle. So it just happened to be a good week for me to where I could cook up really good beats like that. So yeah, it's just a reminder for anyone out there, because I think a lot of people, they're stuck up on, oh, I want to go daily, but then they end up just making like some shit beats. And this is kind of my fault for making all those type beat videos, but you need to think about it more as like the brand as a whole rather than just your type beat channel. And that's what I've been trying to do with these videos. I've been trying to talk about the brand as a whole more rather than just the type beats. And you know, the videos have been doing worse, which I even said going into it. I'm like, I'm sure these are going to do worse. I think they're more important. You know, I can make a how to grow your type beat channel, get a few thousand views, but I'd rather talk about the shit that's actually important and get only like 1,000 views. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. You need to change your mindset. Now the type beat channel is where I think every good brand starts as a producer. It's the easiest way to get in the door. It's what I mainly teach in my program. First link in the description below. But it goes much more further than that. Type beats is just one way of marketing your beats. You're not a type beat producer, you're a fucking producer. You just happen to use type beats as one of your marketing sources. Because at the end of the day, it's not about getting views on a type beat channel, it's about getting traffic to your beat store. It's not actually about growing a channel. Like, my channel's kind of stagnated a little bit, but I'm at the point now to where I have a good customer base that are checking out my store to where it doesn't even fucking matter if I'm getting views on the type beats or not, I'm still going to be making money. So yeah, you need to get out of the type beat producer mindset. Obviously, that's going to be the first step. It's what I always recommend. But you shouldn't disregard other things, and you shouldn't think about it from a channel-to-channel perspective. I have a lot of people who say like, oh, well, can I just keep making new channels? Can I have a bunch of channels? And there's a lot of guys who do have a shit ton of channels and are successful like that. But in my opinion, it's better to build just one channel up and that be like your brand rather than just have like a shit ton of these random channels with different names. And like, I think it just helps with building the person and the brand better. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just kind of how I think about it. At the current moment, I just run the one type beat channel. I'm not doing any other channels. I've built channels in the past. I've built a couple of them. Maybe we'll do another secret type beat channel this year. But for the most part, I'm really focused just on building my brand for this main channel. You know, I've kind of done the YouTube stuff. That's going very well. As long as I keep uploading and I keep doing my thing and I keep doing all the right stuff, then it will continue to grow. But I'm really trying to take use of my other platforms as well. I've been collecting emails through the free downloads and stuff like that. So now I'm going to take use of the email marketing side of things. I've been gaining followers on Instagram. I want to even further try and grow the page by posting reels and stuff like that, and maybe even getting emails through reels as well. I can have like some type of free download offer in the reels as well. It drives more traffic over to your page. I don't want people to see me as just like beats, you know? I want people to see me as like a person. So that's why I always show my face and like my profile pictures and stuff and like on my Instagram posts, because I want there to be a person behind the music. I don't want it to just be music. And that's the mindset I think you should adapt as well. You know, there's some people who do like their faceless beat channels, and that's fine, right? Like, you don't necessarily have to show your face. There's other ways that you can build a brand, show personality, stuff like that. But for me, that's what I like to do, is I like to be very personal in the relationships I build and the content and all that. That's kind of my approach. That's a good mindset I've adapted. And I think it's something you might want to consider rather than just being in like the YouTuber mindset, if that makes sense. It's more than just a YouTube channel. I was just doing my thing, and another one, and this one was big too. $177 because they got an unlimited and then also a basic. I don't know. That's kind of a weird combination. I thought rappers just got like the same lease no matter what, so they would get like 2 basics or 2 unlimiteds, but I'm not complaining. And that brings me to the next lesson that I want to talk about. Actually, 2 lessons. First lesson is that you got to understand some days are going to be better than others. I had an amazing day so far where there's the 3 overnight. We just got that big one, and we're only halfway through the day. We're probably going to get, I'm not going to say we're bound to get one, but we're probably going to get at least 1 or 2 more throughout the day. So yeah, overall, it's a pretty good day, you know, at least. I forgot how much I made overnight, but I think we're at over 200 for the day, maybe closer to 300. So if I get more sales, we can hit 300, which if 300 a day is 6 figures, which I'm not making by any means. I wish, but we're on the right track. And yeah, that's the lesson I want to give first, is that some days are better than others. You know, some days we'll get a bunch of sales like this. Some days I'll only get like 1 or 2 sales. And it's like, okay, I made $60 the entire day, when 2 days ago I made like $500, and it's like, damn. So you just got to understand that that's just how it goes. It's different than working a real job where you get paid your hourly like this. It could just be at random times. So you have to be prepared for that, and you have to plan. So I'm not a fucking financial advisor, but, you know, plan accordingly. Don't get demotivated when you don't see sales, and don't let your ego get to you too much when you see a bunch of sales. You know, you just got to keep working. Don't get complacent, because that's something that's often happened is you see a bunch of money coming in, and then you're like, you kind of take your foot off the gas a little bit. At least I did, you know. This is where I really fucked up. And everyone claims that, oh yeah, I would never do that. And I even did as well. I was like, oh no, even if I get success, I'm not going to get complacent. And guess what? I fucking got complacent. So no matter what, you have to keep your foot on the gas. Just keep it going. Yeah, I'll be honest. I had like a kind of a rough period towards December. I wasn't getting that many sales. Now I sold like a couple big exclusives, so I got lucky, and overall I had a good month. But for the most part, I kind of slowed down a bit, and I was really concerned. Like, I was like frantically checking my phone every day to like see if there was PayPal notifications. It was bad. And times like that is where you got to remember that there's going to be ups and downs, because we're entering January and it's actually been going way better than I expected. So yeah, things are going back up, and they look like they're going to continue to go up. So yeah, that's the first lesson. The second lesson that I wanted to tell you is you get paid for things later down the line. So for example, the beats that I just sold were both like 5, 6, or one of them was like 9 months old. So what you do today, you won't necessarily see results from today, which is what kind of demotivates a lot of people, or what leaves people confused. You got to understand that what you're doing right now is going to set you up months down the line. It's not going to set you up today, probably won't set you up tomorrow, but months down the line, the work you're putting in now is going to pay off. For example, going to the gym. When you do one workout, you don't look any different, but 6 months later, all those workouts really add up. So I think about it like that, where I'm making these beats, and maybe I'm not going to get paid for them today, but a couple months down the line, we're going to get paid. So I'm just sitting here right now. I was working on some Instagram Reels stuff. My plan was to get like a big stockpile of videos before I started uploading, but I realized it's fucking stupid. Like, I might as well just start now. So I put some of the ones out that I recorded like a couple weeks ago or last week, and then I've just been making some new ones. So by the time all those old ones are out, the new one should be done. So we'll have like a consistent flow of videos coming in. But yeah, other than that, haven't sold any more beats today, which is fine. But I did have a couple people hit me up, and this is where you need to have your people skills. So some guy DM'd me today, and he was he said he purchased a beat like 6 months ago, and he lost it. So one, I had to figure out if he's capping. Two, I have to figure out, find the sale pretty much, and then get that all set up for him. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And then I had another guy DM me, one of the guys who purchased one of my beats last night, and he said he's asking if there's any similar beats to the ones he purchased. So I'm hopefully get more sales if I link him some beats as well. So that's just like some of the other shit that comes up while you're doing this. You got like a lot of manual transactions, stuff like that, which honestly, I prefer those because that's where you get to show you as a person. You get to upsell, you get to build the relationship, and then honestly I end up usually getting return customers when it's more of a manual transaction. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it. Alright, it's Future Cypher. Was literally about to go to bed, but I had to record this. Another 50, so just add that to whatever total I say in a second. So, super crazy last minute clutch right there. But yeah, 50 to the Cash App. It was just an artist I've been talking to a few months ago. So, lift done. Gotta stay healthy. You know, I always say, make sure that's on. I always say, like, you know, you gotta like really prioritize music and all that, but you still shouldn't disregard your health and other things. So just a reminder, you know, you don't have to be a bodybuilder or any of that shit, but, you know, take care of yourself a little bit. And it's weird. It's like I see a correlation in like when I'm really taking fitness and health serious to then also getting results in music. It's very weird, and I feel like people who are on the same path as me can relate. So yeah, that's why I definitely say keep check of the rest of your life as well. Yeah, the final calculation for how much I made today, I gotta figure that out right now. It looks like we just made those few overnight, and then we made the one big one during the day. I thought I would get more, but that's fine. I'm being completely honest and transparent in this video, so let me calculate that final amount and then I'll get back to you guys. We ended today at $312, and I'll put down the breakdown on screen of like what that was, because I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know it was one unlimited lease plus one basic lease for one of the orders. Another one of the ones was like the buy two get one free of basic licenses, which was $60. Then there was another one which is two basic licenses. I think one of them was a collab that was $45, and then I think there was another two basic license. I think that's the calculation. I'm not entirely sure if I got that right, but that equaled 312, which is a pretty good day. I mean, if you do the math, that's about 6 figures, so that's a pretty fucking good income. But let me be completely transparent. I don't make 300 every day. You know, some days I make fucking 800, some days I make 1,000, some days I make $60. So, you know, it's very rare to have like a $60 day nowadays, but I would say there are some like low days like that. And I mean, like, look at today. I mean, if I didn't make that big sale that was like 177, the unlimited lease, then I would have made, let's say they just bought a basic instead of the unlimited, I would have made about $120 less. So I would have only made like 200 something. Yeah, I mean, not every day is a crazy day. This was a pretty decent day, I'd say. But that just goes to show day in the life of a type beat producer. All of the beats I sold are made at various times. You know, some of them 6 months ago, 9 months ago, some of them just the last couple days. So just continue to keep working hard, keep putting out beats, and then they'll sell over time. Don't be worried about the results now. That's the lesson I want to end off tonight on, is don't really worry about the results now. Just put in the work now, do the things that you can control now, and then down the line, that's going to pay off. So I posted these beats 6-7 months ago. It's paying off now. So yeah, don't get too stuck up on now. Just worry about getting the stuff you can do now, and then the results will come in the future. So $312, pretty decent day. Maybe we'll do another one of these on a bad day. You can see like one of my like $60 days where I sell like 1 or 2 leases, and then, you know, just to show a little transparency. But that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to learn how to make your first ever beat sell, if you're just struggling to get consistent, click the first link in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.